getting better.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
It works.
Super, 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 technique. Just to keep the pace.
Yeah, don't go too fast.
There you go. Down.
A little lower. Yeah, don't make it awkward. Come back. Play cool. And kill someone on the street.
To the moon. Think what you can do.
And don't go fast, man. Cable gotta continue.
Where is it?
I arrived here in 2019.
Yeah,
In December, but first I was like
just before COVID.
just before COVID. Actually, I
Brutal.
had this apartment in February 2020,
Mm-hmm.
so like 15 days just before the lockdown, or something like this. Like first day in the Netherlands, I went to the canteen, and
At work?
I work, yeah, and I asked how do you say bon appétit, and they told me eet smakelijk.
And that's how it stuck.
That's how it stuck, yeah, and that's one of the only word I know, even,
Yeah?
even to this day.
So you never
I
learned
mean,
any
I know
Dutch?
other words, but
Okay, what else do you know?
I know dankjewel,
Dankjewel.
fijne dag, fijne
dag.
avond, like
Okay.
really the basics one, but
Okay. Any of the funky ones like
neuken in de keuken,
Noken in the Koken? That's a classic. And where did you move from when you came?
from Le Mans in France.
Okay.
So I was working for the same company I'm currently working, so a
Okay.
Dutch company.
Yeah.
And yeah, I did like 1 year and a half in France, and then they asked me if I wanted to come to Amsterdam. So
Okay.
I said yes.
Nice. And how long were you in Le Mans?
1 year and a half.
Oh, 1 year and a half. And then
When-
was this supposed to also be like a short stint?
Yeah, at
or-
first they told me, yeah, we need you for 1 year. Then COVID happened, then it was for a second year, then a third year, and now it's almost my fourth year.
Nice, man.
So
In my mind, I feel like you've been here for 2 years because
because of COVID.
Because of COVID.
Yeah,
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 'cause
yeah.
of, like-
It's the same. I'm like, yeah, it's already my fourth summer here, so
my God.
it's like crazy.
Wow. It's like so many other people, myself included, I came here for a job, right? I
A
came
while ago
here-
now.
Huh?
A while ago now.
A while ago now, yeah. It was over 6 years ago. Yeah. But, I mean, I don't know about you, but it's not why I stayed. Like the job itself. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a big part of it.
And not
of
for the
course,
weather
right?
either, I guess.
And, well, maybe the summer
Yeah.
weather for your rooftop parties.
Yeah,
That's for
definitely.
sure. That's
definitely,
for sure.
definitely.
No, but I mean, like the job brings you here, but I think there's so much to Amsterdam that's what draws people in to stay for a long time. I mean, for me, besides the weather is one of the least exciting parts, unless it's let's say like May to October,
Yeah.
then it's
yeah,
pretty good.
Yeah.
But for me, I love the diversity of the city. I love the energy, the vibrance, the parties, the
Definitely.
festivals.
Definitely.
What about you? What is your
I think I really like the vibe and the people.
yeah,
The people are really chill.
yeah,
So before I was working in Le Mans, but
Mm.
it's really close to Paris. I also used to work in Paris.
mm-hmm.
Paris is super hectic, super stressful, and
Yeah.
here people are pretty chill.
Okay,
And even though the weather is not that great,
yeah,
it still feels warm. I
yeah.
would say so.
The
so
vibe.
The vibe
I
is really
like that.
cool. Yeah. Here you really have the festival
Yeah,
thing going on, and it's the best in the world for sure.
yeah,
Like I think from May to October you have like pretty much festival every weekend.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
yeah, it's great.
In October, we all crawl under our rock
Yeah, after
Hybrid-
ADE.
hybrid- after ADE,
ADE is like
yeah.
the closing one.
And just so people don't know, ADE, that's Amsterdam Dance Event.
Every year.
ADE, as they say, every year, October.
Like
all the DJs come here.
it's like no, it's like less than a week. It's 5 days.
5
It's from
days.
Wednesday to the next Monday,
Yeah,
and yeah, party every day, night and day, and
That's right.
everywhere in the city,
yeah.
even
man.
outside the city. It's
That's been our pastime, I think.
Yeah.
You know, myself with you and the rest of our friend group. I met you in 2020.
Yeah.
Like 3 months after you moved here, as you just
I
said.
think in May or June.
May or June 2020.
Yeah.
And
Was it in the park?
where did I like?
Oh yeah, no,
officially meet
I remember where I met you. I met
Where's
you
that?
actually at the second floor of this building, at Edo's.
Cool.
Edo was still living here with Steven,
Uh-huh.
and you arrived with Lucy.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I remember that. And you were like, oh yeah, I'm from the US, I'm living here now from maybe already 2 years or
Yeah, at
something
that
like this.
time, yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, that's fun. And I
Nice.
told you that I was already living in the US back in the days. And,
That's right. That's
yeah.
right, man.
Yeah. And then I think we went to the park, to Wester Park.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we were all in lockdown,
Yeah.
and then we
Yeah.
all would
It was a
get
small
together all
lockdown,
the
so we
time.
could still go to the park at the beginning and all that kind of stuff.
In the
And-
early days.
And then we did like some, yeah, house parties and all that kind of stuff
Yeah.
at your old
yeah,
house.
my old apartment. Besides the difficult aspects of COVID, right? For me, there was such a benefit that came from it to get to know you and all the other guys and all the other
That's for
people
sure.
that we met, right? Like we had before COVID, it was like this loose group of different friends,
Yeah.
and then COVID came and it kind of
It
solidified
yeah,
us.
it brought us all together.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because then we had nothing else we could really do, so we would
Yeah,
sneak over to one of our
True.
houses and all chill
True.
together.
true.
So that was a silver lining, and then coming out of COVID, you know, now we have this kind of forged
Yeah,
group of friends, which is
Definitely.
you know, now compounding with other groups of friends. And that's one thing about Amsterdam is you're going to meet people from all over the world, and you know, your friend group just becomes a sprawling group of
definitely.
internationals and locals and all these different people. So
Definitely.
I love that about it too. But
Yeah.
so you lived in the U.S.
I lived in the US.
Where?
yeah.
Tell me about that.
So,
Tell me about my country.
so first when I was 20, I did like an internship for 4 months in Miami.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool.
Okay.
Pretty nice.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
And after that, after my study,
Yeah.
for my first job actually, I was hired by a French company in
Mhm.
Lille, and they sent me actually to Denver, Colorado,
Oh, cool.
for a year.
For a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So completely different from Miami.
yeah.
Completely different
imagine.
vibe, more
Yeah.
green, more mountains, more,
Yeah.
but still really nice.
Did you
It was-
ski and snowboard or one of the other?
I didn't
or
know how
both?
to snowboard or ski before this trip, and
Yeah.
after that I knew how to snowboard because I learned there how to snowboard.
Nice.
I would
man.
go there every weekend.
Where did you go? What's your favorite mountain that you went to? Or a few
it was called Breckenridge.
Breckenridge.
Breckenridge,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
it was not
That's a
too far
good
from
one.
my place. It was like maybe 1 hour and a half
Nice.
from my place. So
And you lived in Denver.
Denver,
on.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a nice city.
Yeah, I've been
Sure.
to Denver once or twice. I really like Colorado. I mean, that's a chill, nice vibe state. A lot
It
of
is.
outdoor activities.
It is,
A lot to
yeah.
do.
I didn't like that every club would close at 2. That's for me.
yeah.
That's really weird. Because
Unacceptable.
yeah, for sure. In Europe, every club closed at least not before like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And in Denver, it was like 2. So I was like, yeah,
Trade-offs.
yeah,
Because you got all these healthy people going out for their 5 a.m. jogs
yeah,
and
yeah.
mountain
it did,
hikes
it
and
did.
stuff like that.
But still, it was fun.
Nice.
fun.
So what? Tell me about how American culture strikes you. I mean, as an outsider, right? Like, it's easy for us to talk about America, but
Yeah.
how
I
what
mean,
do you
from a
think?
European point of view, usually
Yeah.
people say, yeah, America is not that great because of the people, because that's what we get from the media,
Okay.
saying that with the Trump stories and all that kind of stories and
Yeah. All this
the
negativity.
rednecks and the racism and
Yeah.
but I never had any issues actually.
Yeah.
When I went to the US, I only met like some really nice people. I'm actually still in contact with them. So for me, I always really loved the US because I'm a really hip hop addict.
Hip hop
So
addict.
yeah, so
Nice.
I really know I know my stuff.
Yeah.
And from a young age, I really wanted to go to the US.
Yeah.
So first I went to New York for like a week with my mom when I was like
Oh, cool.
I was like 18 or something like that, 17.
Oh, cool.
I really liked it. And then when I had to choose an internship. I really wanted to go to Miami because Miami is like from a European point of view is like the party city, is like where you
Party
have
in
all
the
the
city
girls
where the
and
heat is on all night on the
exactly.
beach to the break of dawn. I'm
Exactly,
going to- yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
That's actually the song I think I put in my headphone when I
yeah?
arrived.
Will
Yeah.
Smith?
Yeah, yeah.
Classic, man. I love
Yeah,
that song.
definitely.
Yeah.
So I really loved this side, and then I did 4 months.
Yeah.
I really liked it, and I said, yeah, I want to come back to the US.
Okay.
And I finished my study, and then I had the opportunity to go to Denver, so I went there. And after that, at the end of the year, I did like a 3 weeks road trip
Okay.
around the west of the US.
Yeah.
And I did all the national parks and
Nice.
California, Arizona, Nevada, Utah.
Nice. Like
And,
in a van or like a RV
actually
kind
I
of
had a
thing, or-
big truck, a big company truck that
Okay.
they
like
lent
a
me.
Ford F-250 kind of
It
thing?
was
or like a-
Silverado.
Okay.
Silverado, big
Nice,
Silverado.
nice.
So it was great. I loved in the US it's really big. I don't consider the US as a country, but more as a continent, because
Yeah.
every state is like a country actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you could have the sea, you could have the mountains, you can have whatever, the desert, you can have everything.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's beautiful. So
That's how I
I really love the
explain it.
US.
Oh man, I'm happy to hear it. Positive reviews. I say the exact same thing. Is you have to think about the United States as a continent,
Yeah.
and think of it as all of Europe.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
Like Tennessee, where I'm from, it takes 6 hours to drive from the East Tennessee to the West Tennessee, like a little east of Knoxville, where I'm from, to Memphis.
Yeah.
6 hours.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It takes
It's
like
a whole
2.5
country.
hours to drive
Exact-
across the Netherlands.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you think about it like that, you know, you really get a much better sense of the scale.
I totally agree with you, and yeah,
Yeah.
I really like the US.
Nice, nice. Yeah, but you know, there's trade-offs, right? Like lifestyle trade-offs. Like for me, people often ask me when I'm going to move back, or you know, how long are you going to be there?
Indeed.
What are you doing?
Indeed.
And I'm sure you get the same questions, right, for France.
You did.
And you know, my answer is I don't know. I have no idea. I personally love the interactions with other cultures here. It makes me feel alive all the time to
Yeah.
have these kind of different people around me a lot. In the same way that if the U.S. is a continent and Europe is a bunch of states,
Yeah.
essentially.
Definitely.
So
Yeah,
like I could just
exactly.
go over to France for the weekend.
True.
Yeah.
It's pretty cheap to travel in Europe, so
Yeah.
you can see different cultures and different
Yeah. And you can take
lifestyle,
trains.
different. Yeah, you take.
Trains
yeah,
are fun.
Yeah.
We don't have
You-
trains
that's-
much.
that's
We
an
have
issue.
we do have some trains,
Yeah,
but
you don't really use it.
no, not really. Just in like the Northeast. But I'm a supporter of trains. But where in France are you from?
So I'm from Strasbourg, so it's
Okay.
east of France,
Yeah.
exactly at the border between France and Germany.
Okay.
So it's really at the border. You can actually take a
Right.
tram in Strasbourg
Yeah.
to go to Germany.
Okay. Right, because so the European Union. I don't know how many people know about so much about the European Union, but the headquarters is actually in Brussels,
Yeah,
right? But
indeed. You have the parliament in Strasbourg.
the parliament.
The
so
parliament, yeah.
they have kind of like
So
two
they-
locations.
They have actually 3 locations. They also have the court, the European court,
Okay.
and it's in Den Haag, I think. right?
Okay, which is here
Yeah.
in the Netherlands, right?
Yeah. So you
The
have
Hague.
like 3.
The Hague.
The Hague. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you have 3 locations actually
Nice.
where they decide everything about
Gotcha.
Europe. For me, it's really easy to go back to see my family and friends.
Nice, man.
So that's really
I wish
nice.
the same was true for me. Yeah, that's
Bit
okay.
longer.
Trade-offs, a little bit longer, go for longer time, but I mean that's the thing about Amsterdam too. It's like it's a hub, not only culturally but geographically, but also
Yeah.
like with the Amsterdam Schiphol Airport
Yeah,
here,
exactly.
has all these awesome connections
Yeah.
to everywhere in Europe. So, you know, if you live in Amsterdam, you can reach all of Europe in 2 hours, 3 hours max.
Yeah.
So
That's great.
that's awesome.
That's good that we have this airport not
Yeah.
far from us.
And it's like
I agree.
15 minutes,
Yeah.
15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
The Netherlands is, I would say, a work hard, play hard country.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
The European culture, they really, you know, focus on living and then, you know, working to live instead of living to work. And
That's
so,
for sure.
That's for sure. But, you know, and would you say it's about the same in France?
No.
France?
Yeah, I think it's similar as the US, I would say.
Okay.
France.
A little more hard driving? in that
Yeah, so they
Yeah.
work like a lot of hours.
Yeah.
Even though they don't have anything to do, they will stay up late
Right.
until 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. just
Right.
so the manager don't say anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't really like this, and I think it's not really efficient.
No.
And here they manage to do pretty much the same,
Yeah.
and I'm sure they're as efficient as in the US or in
I
France.
agree. So when's the next rooftop party?
Yeah, good question.
I
for
appreciate you
having me.
talking to me, man.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, brother.
All the places I've been.